Hi, friends. Welcome back to Live with Roxy with Jet Stryer in the house. Woo, 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 woo. The alarms, sound the alarms. Everybody goes crazy and the crowd goes wild. Hi, Jet.
Hi, Rock. I've made an executive decision to no longer use the ring light when I appear on this show.
Because of the ghost whiteness.
Exactly.
Wait, can you put it on just so we can see? I could use the smiles today. Yeah, we got to see. What's it like? We need to know. I taught you how to put it on.
It's not even working.
I taught you how to put it on the orange setting, I thought.
And the orange setting didn't help.
Huh. I was talking to, maybe it's like the same thing. I was talking to Steph about this. What?
I was going to see if I could turn it on, but bah.
Okay. So I was talking to Steph about this with her family when I was looking at her family photo that she recently posted. The rest of her family is a lot more light skinned than she is. And I feel like the rest of my family is a lot more light skinned than I am.
Definitely, that's true. Steph's sister, her twin sister, is more light skinned than she is.
Did you not see the picture she most recently posted?
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Do you have your phone in your hand?
I do.
Oh, no. Ah!
All right. So some most recent picture. I'm going to do this. I know how to use Instagram.
Yep. So if you go to Steph's most recent picture.
Yep. Steph Sabra.
That's her. And this is what it looks like for everybody here.
Mm-hmm.
You can just kind of see here.
Her and her sister look the exact same skin tone to me in that picture.
Maybe click on her sister's Instagram. Oh, I guess she didn't tag any of them. I'll show you pictures later. Her sister is a lot more fair-skinned than she is. Her twin sister. And same thing with her brother. He's a lot more fair-skinned.
I didn't even realize she had a brother.
What picture are you looking at?
I thought that was her sister's husband.
Fair assessment. It's not. And her sister has a fiance. Remember, she's getting married in November.
Oh, right.
Which is that Thanksgiving debacle thing. So welcome back to the show, guys. Thanks for being here. Brought in the big guns, my brother, today. Because honestly, and you guys know I hate saying this. Okay, are you dad? I really try never to say this, but I am fucking wiped. Like, I hate people who are like, I'm tired all the time. I'm exhausted, but like, I just have had a very emotionally draining week and draining in general week. And I was like, Jet, just you talk on the show today. So you guys help me at home, send in Streamlabs, give us things that you want us to talk about. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. I see some super chats have already come in today. Larry Lee said, yo, hit the subscribe button. Really important information for them to have. Thank you, Larry. And also said, and the like button. Larry fucking repping hard. Thank you. I know that YouTube has been really not prioritizing small YouTube channels. They consider this to be a small YouTube channel recently. And so they don't even send out notifications anymore for my shows most of the time that I am live. So we can combat that by liking this video, by commenting, by helping support in the Streamlabs, by telling your friends, texting it to your peers, etc., 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 etc. Thanks for doing that.
Why is YouTube hating on the playa?
Because the game. But YouTube is not the main... YouTube's not the main company we're going to talk about today, though. We are going to talk about Facebook, which I don't think I can call it that anymore.
Pro transition.
Yeah, it's called Meta now. So we're going to be talking a little bit about that. Plus, I saw Boston News before Jet saw Boston News about a lawsuit that's taking place that I was like, what the fuck is going on? It has to do with a surgeon who walked out on a surgery. So we can talk on that. Jet saw some really cool Halloween costumes from some politicians that he loves. And really wants to break that down for you guys. So that's what's happening. And we will be talking about all that. Let's see what's going on in the Streamlabs to start off the show. See what it is that you guys are talking about. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Also, if you're a $10 up patron, I put in a link to ask my brother a question. So send those in. Starting today on this Thursday, October 28th, our first Streamlabs of the day coming through from the Zen one himself, Zen Glenn Caesar. He says, hello and a good day to you, Roxy. Thanks for hanging out with us today. This is before he knew you were coming on, Jet. Peace, bunnies, hugs, and good stuff to you, your dad, Sky, Jet, Grammy, Papo, and your family. He always says good day to you guys. Be most excellent to yourselves and each other, Roxy and Rockstars, because you deserve it. May you breathe in more golden sparkles of love. Remember, we breathe every time that Glenn says to breathe. And breathe out, blow out the stress and yucky energy.
Oh, you need that.
Yeah, whenever, wherever you need to in each of your days, your weeks, months, and even your years. Remember, we're all still alive, so be you, a sparkling diamond. Thank you for listening to us, RJ and Rockstars, and especially to Ryan White for a conversation yesterday that let me go deeper. Oh, that's so great. I did a meditation this morning, and I felt my whole body open up and release stuff before I blacked out briefly. My CP symptoms are gone. That's so great, Glenn. Roxy and Rockstars and everyone who's battling, thank you for choosing to. Thank you for showing up and being a support for the people around you whenever, wherever, whenever, however you can. Doing all of that, even when it's tough challenge, makes you a winner. When you win, we all win. And being unselfishly loving and supportive of others, including strangers, whether it's on the internet or not, as well as being kind, caring, and fully unique, makes you humane, worthy, and a cozy fire to be near. You are marvelous, a priceless treasure, and an inspiration. Thanks, Glenn. Appreciate you. I have a couple things to tell you right now, Jet, before we get into any of these main topics that we're talking about.
And I have a question for you after you do your thing.
Okay. We premiered our episode for last night for the World Girls for Halloween Horror Nights. Did you watch it?
No, and I'll explain why. Leanne and I always watch them together. When it came out, she was asleep.
That's lame. It was 7 o'clock. Sorry, 6 o'clock.
Yep.
She was
Wednesday.
sleeping.
She was in bed. Wednesdays are her long day at work.
She was in bed at 9 o'clock.
Yes.
That's a Leanne problem.
Scout's honor.
What do you think is Scout's honor?
Scout's honor.
How many fingers are you holding up? What
2.
the fuck's that?
Scout's honor.
Which Scout?
Any.
Not the Girl Scouts.
What's the Girl Scouts honor?
We went when I was a kid, it was this. And then after that, it turned to this.
That looks a little Nazi-ish, honestly.
So, you don't remember? On my honor, this is the Girl Scouts honor. On my honor, I will try to serve God and my country, to help people at all times, and to live by the Girl Scout laws, which are, I will do my best to be honest and fair, friendly and helpful, considerate and caring, courageous and strong, responsible for what I say and do, and to respect myself and others, respect authorities, use resources wisely, make the world a better place, and be a sister to every Girl Scout. And you do that.
Those are good laws.
Yeah, the God
first
thing,
one's a little weird.
Yeah.
God and country.
Totally.
Sounds a little QAnon-y, but you know.
Yeah. Isn't it weird the things that you learn as a kid that you said, like, why do I still know that? Because I was a Girl Scout for fucking 13 years.
The weirdest thing is like how you can have a song that you haven't heard in 20 years and then know every single word to it when you hear it.
So that's actually what I was just going to talk to you about. Because
that specifically.
Yes, but a little different. So what you'll find out in the episode last night that premieres is that I find out live on that episode that Harry Potter doesn't end up with Hermione, but Ron ends up with Hermione.
You saw all the movies.
Okay, so that's what I said. They said, you obviously didn't see them. I said, I know I did. And they're like,
saw them, and I distinctly remember seeing them in theaters with you, because one time me, you, and Sky went and you shushed somebody behind us, and I was like, that's uncomfortable.
It's a bummer that I shushed them, because no matter how quiet they were, I don't remember what happened.
No.
Wait, so I did see them, right? Like, part of the cut of this is
100%.
Frank turns to me and he says, did you see the Harry Potter movies? And I say, I think I saw them.
You definitely saw them. You
so
actively shushed somebody in the movie theater.
Which one was that during?
Which is so intense to do. It was also like right during the opening credits. It wasn't like in the middle of the movie. It was a really early preliminary shush. I've never shushed anybody in my life.
So what happened? What happened? They were just talking. I turned it a shh.
They were like probably ruffling a bag of popcorn.
Wait, which
like
movie was it during?
It was one of the final 2 Harry Potter movies.
Okay,
because you and Sky had not seen any of them. We had watched them all together in the basement.
So we watched them all, right?
We watched them all 100%, I
Okay, so
promise
I
you.
said I'm pretty positive that I have seen every single one of these. And they were like, there's no way. But this is how my brain works, Jet. Going back to the song thing. I might remember the Girl Scout Law and Promise. I might remember every
You
lyric in
clearly
No
do.
Scrubs, but I do not remember movies ever. I don't remember anything about movies.
I mean, I mean, that's not a bad thing considering the industry you're in. It's not like you have to remember anything about movies.
This is why I
You don't
don't
talk about them every single day of your life.
this is why I don't play the movie trivia schmodown, because I remember things about television. I don't remember things about movies, like big things. Like I was shocked. I cannot
Let's get
believe.
into this. Why do you think that is? Let's dive deeper here.
I don't know. I think TV resonates with me more, always has. You know, I've always been a bigger TV person, but because there's more episodes, there's more time for me to like process it. With movies, I kind of watch them, I like it or I don't, and then I never see it again.
Do you find that because the TV shows you know so much about, you've rewatched like Friends a million times, and movies maybe you've seen like twice? Maybe that's it.
Possibly, and I don't live with the characters as long. Even shows I've only seen once, I'll be like, "Oh yeah, I remember that." Because
Yeah, I mean, even I guess it's true that if you like watch a movie one or two times, like last night I watched both Quiet Places movies because I watch like some Halloweeny themed movie every day during
so good.
October. I hadn't seen the second one yet. You were right; it was incredible, better than the
Excellent.
first one,
It's so
really
good.
good. But I didn't remember some details from the first one, so I don't think it's that's that crazy. The Ron and Hermione thing though, like that's kind of a major, like that's like a pop culture thing. Like it's not just like, oh, like Harry got what was in Harry Potter's wand. What was the name of the shop? Like it's just like a major plot point. Like, do you remember that Dumbledore died? Spoilers.
Didn't the actor die?
Well, yes, the first one who did play Dumbledore
I
did
remember
die, and
that,
then
and then they
I
just killed the
believe I
character off.
believe the one who played Dumbledore for the rest of the way also did die recently, if I'm remembering correctly. But the character, I'm not talking about the actor.
And then I guess did they kill him because the actor died?
No, there were books were established before they wrote. They didn't write the books to
All right,
help the movies.
I kind of have some memory of this. He's in an office and he has a white beard.
Yep, he does have a white beard. He's in
He's
an
in
office in a very nice office in New York City, running
no
a
no no
board meeting.
no no. It's like a wizard office, and somebody like comes in and kills him. Right?
Yeah, Snape.
Snape kills Dumbledore. Are you kidding?
But like it was like a he was Snape was like a triple agent.
Are you fucking serious? I thought Snape ended up being a good guy.
He did end up being a good guy.
Are you lying?
But like Dumbledore is like, you have to kill me, so you maintain your cover with Voldemort. So when the time is right,
Wait, Snape kills Dumbledore?
he did. Yeah,
That's
you don't
fucked
remember
up.
that either. You saw that movie.
I
You
know.
saw that movie.
I know I did, and they don't believe that I saw it. But I know.
Also, they're on TV all the time.
Wow, I can't believe that about Snape. That's fucked up. These hoes ain't loyal.
These hoes ain't loyal. Well, he did it because Dumbledore asked him to do it. In fact, it was really loyal.
Here's what I remember. Voldemort dies, and like he's got like a Humpty Dumpty face. Like one
What does
half,
that
one
mean?
half. Like one
No,
one half smile, one half frown.
no.
Wait, really? No, he yes. He
I think
is
you're thinking of the mayor in Nightmare Before Christmas.
exactly. That's what Voldemort was.
That's who you're thinking of. Different movie.
I can't talk about this series anymore. You want to know what sucks? I really like the Harry Potter movie.
Yeah, you love them. You love those Harry Potter movies.
I do. Andrew, I do have like movie amnesia. Wow. All right. Well, I remember Rafe Fiennes and Alan Rickman
Yep.
and
So the
Emily,
actors you got.
Emma Watts.
Yep. Emma Watts. Everybody knows her.
Emma Watson. Isn't that it?
Well, who plays Harry Potter?
I know Daniel Radcliffe because I saw his wee wee on Broadway
You
in Eckerd.
did.
Yeah.
What about Ron?
He's got red hair and
He
freckles.
does. Yep.
Apparently, he marries Hermione and
Yep.
he plays chess, and he's played by Rupert
Ooh,
Wigsley.
Rupert Grint. Wigsley seems to be some sort of combination of some wizard world that you've come up with.
What's his last name?
Grint.
Definitely never heard that. Can't believe I pulled Rupert out.
Rupert Wigsley. Old RW. Wigsley. You're just like, he's British. I'm going to come up with something that sounds British. Wigsley.
I can't believe I got Rupert.
Yeah, it's good. Wigsley was, you really pulled that out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So,
And then I
you
heard
do,
Stephen D told me this didn't make the cut, but Stephen D told me that Helena Bonham Carter's in those movies, and I don't
yeah.
remember seeing her once.
Well, not all of them. She's in a bunch, but not all of them.
Oh, Weasley. That's where I got Wigsley from.
Ron Weasley, and then you decided to go with Wigsley. I see.
I thought
So you took his real life first name, Rupert, and tried to combine it with his fictional last name, but unfortunately for you, you did not know his fictional last
What
name.
did you say it was? Grint?
Yes.
Grint?
Yeah.
I really like Harry Potter.
You love it.
I read the first 2 books down in Manamet.
That's bullshit. No,
I did.
I'm calling bullshit on that.
You could ask Mom, but she's dead. I read the first
I've never seen you read a book in my life.
Those were 2 of the last books I ever read.
I've seen you read a play.
Mom bought me
the
third one. Mom bought me a third one, and I said, enough's enough. I'm not doing this anymore.
This is now the story's getting suspicious.
No, I'm telling you, this is real. I read the first 2.
To all the people watching, I can confirm for a fact she's seen all the movies. I cannot confirm that she's read the books.
The reason I know is because we needed to read them. We needed to read books for school during the summertime. And so those were the 2 that I read.
Or those the 2 that you said on the sheet that you read. Like, did you, because you could like obviously phone it in. I don't think Sky has read a book in her entire life. And
I haven't read a book. I've read plays and scripts, but I haven't read a novel since college for sure.
What do you think the last novel you read?
Although I do read books, like the only books I really read now that aren't plays or movies are I read a lot of self-help books.
Do you remember the characters from those?
Yes, me. I'm the lead in every single one of them.
And who did you end up marrying in those books?
No one. That's the problem, Jet. Let's go into the Streamlabs and the super chats. Andrew Thomas says, happy Thirsty Thursday to the most beautiful Roxy and cool Jet. You both need to rewatch every movie so Roxy can get her movie memories back. LOL. If you think I'm bad with Harry Potter, you should see me with Lord of the Rings. I can't remember fucking shit about Lord of the Rings.
I feel like that's not your type of movie.
I liked those. I didn't like them as much as I liked Harry Potter. I liked them because they were cool looking, but I don't know a single character in those. Okay, let me try.
The names are a lot harder.
Let me try.
In fairness. Okay,
Elijah Wood.
Yeah, that's the actor.
Plays Sam.
Nope.
There's a Sam though, right?
There is a Sam.
So Sam is Goonies.
Yes, Sean Astin.
Okay. There's also a wizard in this, and his name is Dumbledore.
You know that's not true.
No, I don't think it's Dumbledore, but he was played by the same actor.
No, he's played by an even more famous actor.
Okay.
Do you want the first letter of the actor's name or the first letter of the character's name?
Character.
G.
Gandalf.
There you go.
Gandalf.
Okay, you got that.
Who plays him?
Ian McKellen.
Oh wow, Ian McKellen is a very famous actor. Okay.
Who does Elijah Wood play? Who's the main character?
I can't say it because I just saw Frodo in the chat. I wouldn't have been able to pull that.
Okay. So you know what? The self-help books are helping. You're very honest.
Yeah. But those are the only ones I can think of. I think also, here's what I also think. Evangeline Lilly is in it.
She's in the Hobbit movies, not in the Lord of the Rings.
Well, I saw her and
someone more famous than her is in Lord of the Rings. You're missing someone very famous.
Liv Tyler.
You're missing someone even more famous than her.
Orlando Bloom?
More famous. Leanne will kill you.
Oh, it's Kate Blanchett.
There you go.
Is in Lord of the Rings?
Yes, and in The Hobbit.
Who does she play?
She plays. Someone help me with the pronunciation of her name in the chat
Is she an
phonetically.
elf?
She is.
Wow, I don't fucking remember that at all. I
El
remember
when
a bunch of hobbits. Wait, is
Yep,
Sam a hobbit?
he is.
A bunch of hobbits live in a house.
Galadriel, thank you, Glenn. Appreciate it.
A bunch of
And
hobbits.
Alex.
The hobbits all live in a house. And they have to go get a ring. Gollum, I remember. My precious. They
hmm
have to go get a ring from Gollum, who
hmm
has taken the ring because something about fire and dragon.
Yep. Okay.
So
Is that the keep going?
so they go on the journey, and on the journey is like Orlando Bloom and all of his elves,
hmm
and they try to help. But
Yeah.
then the wizard says that they're not going to make it or something, and then they do make it, and then there's a big fight, and they get the ring. Who's the villain of Lord of the Rings? Is it Gollum? The
You're
dragon?
telling the story. You go ahead.
Okay, what
I
happened?
don't want to interrupt. I'm enjoying this version of events.
That's as far as I got.
Okay, so we have all the hobbits living in one house together. Untrue.
Wait,
Then
what? No, that part I know is a fact.
they go to try to get the ring from Gollum. Also untrue.
No, Chet, you're fucking with me.
Next, they run into a bunch of elves who will help. I'll rate that as somewhat true. Then there's a big fight. I mean, I guess yeah, technically. And
Who's
then Gollum is the overarching villain of the film. Also untrue.
who's
So
who's the villain of
you've
this
come up
movie?
with a movie with all the characters, but it's not the correct movie. You've come up with a
Who's the
completely
villain?
different movie.
Who's the
Uh,
villain?
the villain is Sauron.
The dragon.
No, that's the villain in The Hobbit. His name is Smaug.
Who the fuck is Sauron?
Sauron is the overarching villain, but he's all CGI. I don't think he's even played by an actor. And
What does he
Saruman
look
is
like? Let
played
me
by
look.
Christopher Lee,
Hold on,
and
I gotta look up
he is another
Sauron.
villain.
Sauron is in all three of these movies.
Yes, but he doesn't speak.
Oh, he looks like the Night King.
Yes, a little bit.
Never saw this guy.
Okay, well,
No,
I like your movie that you've pitched.
thanks.
I think I know you have a lot of talented fans. I would love to see somebody animate Roxy's version of events.
Thank you. Let's
Just
go
as a
into the
suggestion.
Streamlabs. I can't remember shit. I really can't remember shit. Going into the Streamlabs.
Do you think that marijuana has something to do with that?
I don't, but I don't know for sure.
Do you think your
Streamlabs.
college years have something to do?
That one I'm less sure about. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Hitman Hudson says, so I am ill. Good news is it's not strep according to the test, and probably not COVID either, according to the doctor. Test pending. Doctors think it's other virus. Did Jet hear that the Celtics just traded Jaylen Brown for Ben Simmons?
That's a troll. There's no way the Celtics traded Jaylen Brown for Ben Simmons.
He's not a troll. He probably just wanted to see a reaction.
I'm not saying. I'm saying that is a troll, not that person. That specific comment.
He's feeling sick. Give him the reaction.
What? Why would they do such a thing?
Yeah,
So stupid. But I do hope you feel better.
I do too. Send in Streamlabs, send in Super Chat, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. We want to hear from you guys. Thanks to everybody who's joining us live right now. Let's get into this Facebook conversation because this is more interesting than me trying to pitch you the next Lord of the Rings. Although I've got some stuff.
I was pretty interested.
I really don't remember anything. So Facebook is changing its name to Meta. Thoughts?
Oh, just right off the bat.
Yes,
that's the only explanation.
That's what's happening. We knew a while ago that Zuckerberg had said that Facebook was going to be changing its name. He was trying to figure out to what. What is your initial gut reaction to Facebook changing their name to Meta?
This is a thing that all shitty companies do to try to make people forget that they're shitty companies. It's what Comcast is now Xfinity. You can kind of go down the line. It's I mean, it's sort of rebranding 101, but they're not going to be actually any different. They're just changing their name, so people will be like, "Oh, what's Meta?" Or like, "Ah, yeah, remember that company Facebook? They were kind of shitty, but Meta, hey." So, Facebook's pretty evil, and I say that as somebody who uses Facebook every day because I have a group chat with my friends on it, but it's an evil
What do you think
company.
about the
And
actual name Meta?
okay. I didn't really know what metaverse was until like a week ago, and I'm in this high roller fantasy basketball league, and our team name is the Metaverse Mambas. And I was saying, why are we the Metaverse Mambas? And then one of my friends explained what the metaverse was just basically like the digital world. So, like, I guess it makes sense because it's like Facebook is occupied in the digital world. So, as far as names go, it's a fine name, but like, I kind of want it to be a shitty name because I want Facebook to go down.
This is what Yahoo Finance said. Facebook, the social network, will no longer define the future of Facebook, the company that will now be known as Meta. Facebook Inc. is changing the name in order to distinguish its beleaguered social network.
Beleaguered.
Beleaguered?
Beleaguered.
Beleaguered social network, which has an increasingly poor reputation around the globe from the company that is pinning its future on the promise of a metaverse. Quote, our brand is so tightly linked to one product that it can't possibly represent everything that we're doing today, let alone the future. From now on, we're going to be metaverse first, not Facebook first. End quote. What does that mean?
All right. So, have you seen Ready Player One?
Yeah.
Do you remember any of the details of Ready Player One?
Here's what I know. It's not Dylan O'Brien, but it's a guy that looks like Tyler Sheridan. Tyler Sheridan is that's not him?
Is that true? I actually don't know the lead actor's name.
I think it's Ty Sheridan and the girl who they think looks grotesque because she has one birthmark and she's actually really cute and doesn't look weird at all.
Yeah, that was an oversight. But yes, Ty Sheridan, very good. Olivia Cook is the name of that
Yep, and
actress.
Olivia Cook. She's really adorable. And they have to race each other through through the video game, which is also kind of real life.
Close enough.
Okay.
Yeah. So like they occupy this place called the Oasis, which is basically like a digital world where you can do whatever you want. Buy whatever you want, have superpowers, have your character or avatar look however they want, visit other planets, other pop culture things, whatever. It's a digital world
Right.
essentially, and so that's what Facebook is or Meta is now saying they're trying to focus on is creating this sort of digital world for everybody to explore and experience, and whether that's integrated with virtual reality, augmented reality, whatever. So they're saying that's sort of the future of their company as opposed to just a single website. Now, I would say that certainly seems like it's the future of the internet, but do I want a company like Facebook having an overarching footprint on it or being the sole proprietor of it? I'd say that's a very dangerous thing.
What
As
is
we've seen, they're already a dangerous company.
what is the website for Facebook going to be?
Probably the same.
Facebook.com?
I think so.
But just the parent company is Meta?
Yeah, I think like because Google isn't the parent company called like Alphabet or something
Yeah,
now.
I learned that literally this week.
And you
Okay.
remember that, but you don't remember
No, if you had
anything
asked me
about
what is it
Harry
called,
Potter.
I wouldn't have remembered. But when you said it, I knew that that's what
What's
the
the
reason
name
I
of the
was
school
calling
Harry Potter goes to? Quickly. Don't even think about it. Go.
Hogwarts.
Oh, so close. Hogwarts. There's an S at the end.
That's what I said.
No, nope. Roll back the tape. You said Hogwart.
I don't know what I said, but I think I got that one. That was good, Rux. Because
Do you know
everybody says, which Hogwarts house are you in?
which Hogwarts house? Which one are you in? I know which one you're in. It's obvious.
Why are there so many uh warts in the hogs? Which house do you think I'm in?
You're Slytherin for sure.
Yeah, for sure. You think that too?
Yeah, you're definitely Slytherin. I'm not Slytherin. I think I'm Hufflepuff.
Yeah, I think you might be too.
Big time Hufflepuff guy.
What is Leanne?
She says she's a Gryffindor, so I believe her.
Hmm.
What do you think she
Interesting.
is?
I think she's a Gryffindor also.
Okay.
What's Sky?
Off the board.
Oh yeah, she's a mudblood. Am I right?
She's a muggle.
Oh, what's
Mudblood means you have magic. You have magic, and you're like mixed between a parent who's not magical and a parent who is magical.
what's the one you said?
Mudblood?
No, I said.
Muggle? Muggle is human.
Oh, I meant to say that.
But
Okay.
you ass backwards got another term correct though.
In the Patreon, Leonard Kim says, "Hey, Dimple Tits, Roxy, and Jet, how are you both doing? I think we're good. We're fine. Shout out to the Revs, who are currently the best team in Boston sports. Oh, Revolution.
Very true.
They're receiving little to no love and deserve attention. I don't pay any attention to them. Jet, how are you feeling about Hayden Christensen being cast in Ahsoka?
I find Roxy's victory lap to be a little bit annoying.
Because what?
Because I don't understand what the victory lap is about. No one is now reversing course and saying he was really good in those movies. That's what a victory lap for you would be about.
That is what they are saying. They're saying we want him back.
That's not the same thing.
Why would you want somebody back if you didn't think they were good?
Chance to redeem themselves.
No, this is fucking ridiculous. Everybody's jumping on the bandwagon. And
no one is jumping. No, have you actually seen one person being like, you know what? I watched the movies again. His performance was really good.
Yes, everybody.
Everyone, just a blanket. Everybody. I am intrigued at him getting the chance to redeem himself and not have to read George Lucas's dialogue. I think that
because he was good.
No, I don't see what his role is going to be in Ahsoka though, other than flashbacks.
Right.
Force Ghost, maybe.
Right. Both of those are options.
But again, I think
maybe he'll be a Muggle.
Maybe the key here is he doesn't have to read George Lucas's dialogue, which is obviously everybody knows is terrible. He can't write dialogue. So now, really, Roxy, this is sort of, you're really going out on a ledge here because we'll actually find out if he can act or not. Now, if he sucks in this, then he's just not good.
He's really good, and it will be great. Please send in your Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. This isn't fair, Alexander Wilson. I was having an off moment. Jet, your sister didn't know about the group New Edition. They're Boston royalty, and she quotes Poison all the time. What's up with that?
Poison is Belle Biv DeVoe, which is an offshoot of New Edition.
I didn't know New Edition, and then I thought about the logo, and I knew New Edition. I wouldn't say they're Boston royalty, though.
I don't know if I'd say royalty, but they're certainly, Boston, in terms of the Boston music scene, they're, a big deal. Do you know any other Boston bands?
Yes.
I feel like you're good with music. Maybe it's not the movies. I think probably because you could name every band member in Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Jay Giles, Aerosmith, let me think of other Boston bands. Dropkick Murphys?
Yes.
I
mean, there's not a ton. There's not a ton.
Apparently, Donna Summer is from there.
That I actually didn't know.
I think I saw that the other day.
New Kids on the Block.
Our Boston band?
Yep.
Oh, that's good.
Roxy, Donnie Wahlberg.
Yeah.
The Wahlbergs are from Boston. How did you not put that together?
Oh, what? Oh, New Kids on the Block. That's his band. Yeah. That makes sense.
The
Boston.
Cars.
Boston, the Cars. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's also another one who
Bobby Brown.
Come on, Eileen. Oh, I swear on my knees.
Dexy's Midnight Runners are not from Boston.
Okay,
I believe they're from Dublin.
When I lived in Boston, I listened to them all the time.
There's a lot of Irish in Boston, but they are not from Boston. Godsmack, Nolan Lynch, very good. They are from Boston.
Oh yeah, Till Tuesday is from Boston. Oh, child, keep it down now.
The Mighty Boss Tones.
Yeah. The Pixies are not from Boston. No way.
I don't think they are. Maybe Nolan seems to know what he's talking about, so I could buy that.
Yeah, I named some. So
there's like a house band that's from Boston too. Why am I forgetting who they are? I don't remember. Doesn't matter.
would I know them?
Yeah, they're famous. But I'm not remembering who it is. Doesn't It's irrelevant. You got a lot. We both, I think, combined got a lot, and I think that we should be proud of ourselves.
I'm very, very, very proud. Send in Streamlabs. Let us know what you're thinking at home, as we're going to talk a little bit more about something going on from Boston. I saw this. I like that my Twitter still thinks I live in Boston because my number is still a Boston number. So it makes me happy because it gives me all Boston news stuff. So on Twitter, I saw this and I started taking screenshots last night. Jet, you said you hadn't heard anything about this story, so you'll be hearing this for the first time. So this was coming from the Boston Globe that said a surgeon left the operating room to eat in his car, fell asleep, missed a procedure, and now he's being fined thousands by state regulators. So, longtime head of spine surgery at Boston Medical Center. I was thinking about, what is Boston Medical Center?
It's a hospital that they specifically do, I think, surgeries in.
Okay. Boston Medical Center has been reprimanded by state regulators and fined $5,000 for leaving an operating room before the start of an emergency surgery to go eat in his car, where he fell asleep and missed the procedure. This was November 22nd of 2016, and this is being resolved now. So,
man, these things take a long time.
That is 5 years ago. So
what happened to the person in the surgery? Do we know?
I'll tell you. So on November 22nd of 2016, a patient came into the hospital needing emergency ankle surgery. Tenori and chief
Wait, what the fuck is emergency ankle surgery?
I don't know. Tenori, I don't know, but like, people lose their legs and shit, so who knows? Tenori and chief resident took the patient to the operating room at 9:30 p.m. Tenori left the hospital before the surgery began, bought something to eat in his parked car, and fell asleep. Dr. Tony Tenori, 54, admitted that he woke up in his car that November night in 2016, called the teaching hospital, and was told that a chief resident had performed the operation he was supposed to oversee. So I guess the operation worked fine.
Mm-hmm.
In a recent ruling,
emergency ankle.
The State Board of Registration in Medicine concluded that Tenori, who was the attending surgeon for orthopedic trauma emergencies that night, had engaged in conduct that undermined the public confidence in the integrity of the medical profession. The board ordered him to complete 5 continuing education credits in professionalism and review regulations. It took nearly 5 years for the matter to be made public. Dr. James Rickert, who is the president of the Society for Patient-Centered Orthopedics, said Tenori's actions were egregious. He also said the medical board reprimanded $5,000 fine were inadequate and came to too long after the incident. He said, "That's just the proverbial slap on the wrist. I can't believe that if that board was comprised mostly of patients, that they wouldn't have had a much harsher penalty." 4 of the 5 members of the state board are physicians, according to the board's website. A year before the incident, BMC officials had discussed Tenori's work in Globe Spotlight, reported that the focus on a handful of orthopedic surgeons at Mass Gen who juggled 2 operations at once without informing patients. So this was like the start of looking into something deeper. 2019, the state medical board tightened regulations for surgeons who leave operating rooms before the end of operations, including when they're managing overlapping procedures. So a couple things I learned based on this. Number one, I didn't know people took 2 procedures at once, and that there are doctors who are literally doing 2 procedures at once.
I don't think that's supposed to happen.
That's fucking wild. Whoa, that was a big sneeze.
Why didn't it make a noise?
Because I muted my mic.
You can do that on the mic? You have a sneeze button?
Yeah, I have a mute.
Oh. Let the people hear the sneeze.
No, I always mute it for them. So that. Number 2, what do you think about this doctor going to his car in the middle of the surgery, or it's about to start? He goes, he eats in the car, he passes out. What do you think should happen to him?
Well, first of all, if you're doing a surgery, I understand wanting to fuel up. You know, it's labor intensive, so you want to get something in. And who among us hasn't had a nice meal and then fell asleep? I do that almost every day. That being said, probably should have set an alarm for himself just in case. Doesn't seem like a lot of foresight.
And what do you think should
Um,
happen to him because he didn't?
I,
Like, I was thinking like $5,000.
I'd say suspended, probably suspended, but I don't think he should be dis. Well, is it a bar that do you get barred for being a doctor too?
I don't know, an oath, medical license.
Eh,
I just think it's bizarre that like a couple different things. Number one, 5 years later, he's like, "All right, take my $5,000."
Yeah, no, that's nothing.
That's what after all this came to. Okay, take my $5,000 because he's a fucking surgeon. This man makes deep six figures. Like I'm sure he does not fucking care.
Right, take into account the surgery itself probably cost at least triple that.
Right. But then my other questions are like, what? It's when we talk about police officers, we always talk about how there can be no bad cops, and now there's so many bad eggs, and people say things like, but there's no pilots that are bad pilots. You don't like just chalk it up to like, oh well, that just was a bad pilot. He crashed the plane. But I do feel like there are bad people.
Do that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he was a really shitty pilot.
But I do feel like there are a lot of people who are not good at their profession, and like the thought that you could be getting surgery and that person is just like, I don't know whether he's overworked so much that he didn't have time for lunch or what, but like that makes me so nervous with doctors that there are people passing out in their cars. They're taking multiple surgeries at once. And this is in Boston, which has some of the best hospitals. He came from Mass Gen. Like, what the fuck?
Better to pass out before the surgery than during the surgery, though.
Yeah, obviously, but like better to not do any of this at all.
I think that's a fair point, bringing up that he could be potentially overworked. I mean, I don't know, but I mean, I'm sure that they do work long hours. But yeah,
Why
it's
weren't you able
obviously
to eat? You have to eat before surgery. Surgeries are many hours.
the guy is hungry. I'd like to know what he ate because obviously it was very filling to the point where he got sleepy.
And like November in Boston, it's cold.
Oh, you know what? Yeah. So how do you fall asleep in your car? I have a theory. It was Thanksgiving leftovers with some turkey, and that made him sleepy.
No, it was earlier in November, I think, right? What did it say?
I just heard
November.
November.
No, it said November 22nd. Oh, okay. 2016, November 22nd. Is that before or after Thanksgiving?
Okay, I'm going to look it up.
Look up November 2016 calendar.
I'm just going to look up Thanksgiving 2016 date.
Yep.
Oh, Thursday, November 24th. There goes my theory out the window.
So this is 2 days before Thanksgiving.
Well, I get maybe he was trying. He was like, you know what? I'm going to try deep frying a turkey, see if that worked. And be like, you know what? This was a pretty good test run. I'm going to bring some to work, make a little Sandy for myself.
I don't like the name Sandy.
Do you like the name Hogwart?
Well, I like the name Sandy for a person. I just don't like you abbreviating sandwich to Sandy.
I like it. I think
Look
it's
at me. I'm Sandra D. Name that movie.
Grease. Come on.
Oh my God, Jet.
I love musicals.
That was really good.
I know all about Grease.
Let's see what's going on in the super chat and the Streamlabs. Alexander Wilson says, Maddie in the morning of Kiss 108 FM called New Edition Boston Royalty. Yeah, but didn't Maddie in the morning quit in the middle of the show? They also help form Boys to Men, whose name comes from a New Edition song. What happened with the Maddie in the morning thing?
Hey, he got upset about cancel culture, and he's a difficult person to work with, from what I understand. I've never worked with him myself. He might be the highest paid radio person in the country. I mean, he's been doing it forever.
Really?
But
I think went to school with us.
They did. I think with time, as you know, I've worked with a lot of people in the radio industry, and the longer you go in the industry and the more famous you get, seemingly the more difficult you are to work with. It should work the other way, but that's what I've heard.
Send in your Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. I want to hear from you guys. We are getting out of here relatively soon, so what the fuck? Show up. I do have another Patreon question for you, coming from Glenn Caesar, who said, Happy Thursday to you both. Thanks for joining Roxy again, Jet, to virtually hang out with us. Nice. Here's my question for each of you. If money is no object, who and what would your go-to Halloween costume of choice? Or if you prefer, what's your favorite Halloween costume of all time? Curious to hear each of your answers and your reasons why. Thanks, Glenn.
Who should go first?
You.
Okay. Probably like it would either be a fully like working Iron Man suit or Batman. I'm a little more partial to Batman as a fan. Just I grew up loving him more than I grew up loving Iron Man.
Jet,
But I
what the
do
fuck
feel
is a
like
fully working Iron Man suit?
the like you have like little lights on the
You have
end,
all
like
the powers?
no, because that doesn't exist. So I'm saying like people have this, like incredible cosplayers have it. It's like not metal, but maybe like aluminum. Like the mask lifts itself up. You
Okay,
have
you mean
cool little
fully works
lights.
as in it functions, not as in it's his suit.
Correct. Well, he
Okay.
did say money's no object. So,
Okay.
but that or Batman, like kind of like what Ben bought on Parks and Rec when he was
Mm.
doing Treat Yourself Day, like a legit ass Batman thing with maybe like a batarang and like all sorts of cool stuff. And I guess money's no object, so I get the Batmobile too.
Treat yourself.
Treat yourself.
I've been telling you guys I really wanted to do like an awesome poison ivy costume with like real plants and think that would be so fucking cool, but it would cost so much money. Plants are very expensive. I want to like be painted completely green and then like wrap vines and leaves and
Would you
stuff.
dye your hair red?
I'm probably a wig, but I've been wanting to go red for a while.
I kind of feel like it would look great on you, red.
Thanks. I appreciate that. Yeah, just those like costumes are really expensive. Do you know what you're being this year?
Actually, Leanne and I have a party tomorrow that we're going to, and we're still trying to figure out a couple's costume. I wanted
Good.
to go to it's one of her coworkers. I wanted to go to Spirit today, but she said, I'm too tired after work. So here I am doing this instead of Spirit.
So what are you gonna do?
I looked up some interesting, like some clever do it yourself ones. There's one that's like, you know what a Nintendo Switch is?
Yeah.
There was like one where each person's one half of the controller. You can make it with construction paper. So maybe we'll do that.
Does she want to
Um,
be something like silly like that?
she
What if,
wants to do a couple's costume. So I don't think it matters. Also, I mean, I have all my like the costumes I've done a million times has
is
been
that a couple's
Back to the
costume?
Future.
It's
Yeah, you're one half of a Switch
oh, okay.
each.
What'd she say
Uh,
to that one?
I haven't proposed it to her yet.
Oh,
So we'll see. But hopefully tomorrow we go to this party and we have a nice couple's costume going. I know your costume is a secret, right? You won't tell anybody what your Halloween
well,
costume
I'll
is
tell
going to be?
you, but I'm not telling the people yet.
I'm not telling the people.
Um, I think that you guys should do like two TV characters. Like I wanted
But
this year, if I had a boyfriend, I was gonna make him be Roy Kent so I could be Keely.
that's a good one. How would you dress as Keely?
You know, she wears her hair in that high pony with the wrap, and she's got like cool like leopard jacket and like trendy
The Roy
outfit.
Kent one though, I don't have time to get the jersey.
You can make it right Kent on the back of a jersey.
I could. I was also thinking we were thinking we could go as like rock stars because she's got the really curly hair, so she could go Slash, and I could just shave and have a mustache and go as Freddie Mercury.
That's really fucking cool too.
And I could borrow one of Dad's '80s like bands with the spikes on it.
Totally. You guys send in what you think that they should go as. Salt and pepper shaker says Bert. That's kind of cool.
Oh yeah, and any suggestions are more than acceptable. I have no real like winner.
Yeah, what are the best couples costumes?
I
Send
was looking a lot last night at different options. There's an awesome Jurassic Park one I wanted to do with Dr. Grant and Dr. Sattler from the first one. It's like very 90s. Like, do you kind of remember what they look like in the first one, Roxy? Sam Neill and Laura Dern.
Oh,
He's wearing like almost like a denim
yeah,
button
yeah,
up
yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
like
yeah.
khakis. I
Yeah.
feel like that would be cool, but I'd have to find that stuff.
Sunny and Cher, Wanda and Vision. I saw some really sick Wanda and Vision outfits that you can make out of construction paper also.
I mean, Leanne can make out of construction paper. I can't. I can't cut straight.
Were you smiling at Joseph Ashley's poop in a toilet?
Yes, caught me.
I thought it was a good one.
How
You
do
could
you
do the
know
poop
so much?
emoji. Let's see what's. Oh yeah, you guys could be the emojis and just make it a couple, like the couple emoji.
Which one's the couple emoji?
The ones holding hands.
I like your nostalgia trip through your Halloween costumes. The one where you were the emoji with the girls leaning.
Yeah, that was good. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider. Glenn says, may you find your never ending fountain of happiness and joy and get to drink from it whenever, wherever you can. And hope you remember to say to yourself, I'm kind, I'm caring, I'm fully unique, I'm worthy, my story is important, so to be seen and heard. I hope you each continue breathing in. Golden sparkles, bring in love and blow out stress and yucky energy with every inhale and exhale to break apart and remove all energetic blockages so you attain balance and get to experience happiness and joy a day. Yes.
Day.
A day. That's what everybody say. Appreciate you, Glenn. All right, we're getting out of here. Thank you to everybody who joined. Yeah.
What are the other World Girls going as Halloween? Is that a surprise too?
Dee doesn't know, and I don't know if Steph said hers yet.
I have one last question for you.
Yeah.
How did Grammy manage to send a text message of a video today?
To you? She did?
She sent it to a whole big group. Were you not in the group? Oh, tough break.
What is
Me
it?
and Sky were both in the group. It was
It
was a video of her and Papo singing together.
Why am I not on it?
Wow, sucks. Do you want me to read you everybody who's in the group so you feel even worse?
Yeah, then forward it to me, please.
No, I'm not going to forward it to you. Obviously, Grammy doesn't want you to see it.
This is bullshit. I probably took the fucking video.
Howie, Kate, John, Sky. She sent it to her own cell phone. Uncle Andy's email address.
Okay.
A number I don't know. And
okay, good.
Oh, she sent it to your Yahoo email address.
My Yahoo?
Yes.
Wow, damn, I have not looked at that in a decade.
But there you go. That's where she sent it to. If you want to see it, it's on your Yahoo email address.
What the fuck? All right, I'll look for it there in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider. Leonard Kim says, Jet, what are your thoughts on the Pats so far? I actually think they're better team than their record says, and I'm impressed with Mac Jones so far. Injuries haven't helped at all, but I still view the Pats as a wild card team.
Leonard's my guy. I appreciate Leonard always watches all the sports stuff I do. I agree with you. I think they're better than the record indicates, though. Their wins, they have 3 wins this season. They've come against the Jets twice, who are horrible, and the Texans, who are horrible. So, their wins haven't been that impressive. Their losses have been, they were close with the Cowboys and the Buccaneers, who are 2 very good teams. So I guess those have been almost more impressive than their wins in a certain way. Mac Jones, I think, is really good. I think they're set at quarterback. They still need more help on the defense, more help on the offensive line, more help at wide receiver. I think towards the end of the year, they'll just continue to get better and better. But yeah, I could see them as a wild card team because they added another team this year in the playoffs. So I could see them sneaking in. But I think next year, expect a lot bigger things out of the Patriots.
Glenn Caesar says, lastly, Roxy and Rockstars are the best. Rockstars are number 1. Roxy and the Rockstars are the number 1. Yeah. You the fucking best. You the fucking best. You the fucking best. Best people around. Thanks for being fire. Thanks, Glenn. Very sweet.
And always coming with that kindness.
Yeah, for sure. You guys rock. Goodbye to everybody in here. Shout outs to all of you guys. Glenn Caesar, Silu Bonino, Burt Mills, Can You Lozas, John Perillo, Joseph Ashley, Redford Reddington, Alex Piper Hallowell, Kieran V, Christian Harsey, Bruce Banner, to all of the people. Appreciate you guys for being here. Andrew W., Jake Yakavetta. We'll talk to you guys soon. Maybe Jet will come on next week. I'll be back here tomorrow, live the Roxy and Only Stupid Answers in the morning. Jet, anything else going on? I know you have some things, but I don't know if you've announced any of them yet.
Doing my Celtics post game after every game on my YouTube. So if you want to hear what the Celtics did that night or some live reaction, I'm always doing that. I always do my basketball show, usually about 3 times a week. Also up on my YouTube or on my socials. It's right down below there. And YouTube is youtube.com/JetStrier. Lots of good basketball stuff during the season and hopefully some other stuff coming soon. I mentioned that I'm in this interesting fantasy basketball league, and we're going to get a Twitter going and talk about what's going on in that league because it's 30 teams and it's kind of wild. So I feel like that'll be interesting stuff. And I'm going to be doing a podcast for that league too. So make sure you check out my Twitter for all that podcast stuff too.
Stay safe, stay sane, put down the toilet seat and live. We don't want the flumes. Check the internet. You can do so by blowing on it. Make your bed. Don't turn with the Holocaust. Brett Miles Jonathan arrest the cops who killed Breonna Taylor. All three of them for killing Breonna Taylor. And I'll see you guys tomorrow live at the Roxy. Later.